what you just saw right there was the end credits of Better Call Saul. And spoilers ahead for Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, and El Camino. This entire universe is probably going to be the peakiest thing I will ever watch for the rest of my life. The entire show was absolute cinema. The one thing I do regret is not watching Better Call Saul first, because if you don't know, right, Breaking Bad, or Better Call Saul is a prequel-ish. You know, the last 3 episodes are, you know, after El Camino, but most of Better Call Saul is a prequel to Breaking Bad. So the one problem I had is when I was watching, you know, Better Call Saul, I was like, oh, I know this guy was gonna survive, I knew this guy was gonna survive. So when it was like pretty intense situation, I was like to my head, oh, I already know they survived because they're in Breaking Bad, obviously. My favorite main character has to be Jesse Pinkman, bro. Oh my gosh, the things he goes through is like both of the people he loves, both of them. Top 3, Jesse, Saul, Walter. Those are my 3 main characters. Side characters, I would say Skinny Pete, Badger, and Agent Gomez. Agent Gomez is kind of, you know, he's kind of tough. I really like this character. I'm gonna be honest, I was a bit spoiled. You know, I was spoiled on TikTok, you know, scroll on TikTok. Obviously, Breaking Bad's been out for a couple of years now, so obviously I was spoiled on, you know, basically the major plot points. Even though I was spoiled on the main plot points, I was still like in awe on certain parts. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you know, obviously the one time when Gus died, I was like, oh, I knew he was gonna die. I was still in shock. You know what I mean? I didn't know it happened like, at that moment. But another thing I was still in shock was like the one time Walter poisoned Brock. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't a part I got spoiled. You know, there were so many plot points to all of Breaking Bad and all of Better Call Saul that, you know, I didn't even realize like how much or how deep it went into. You know what I mean? Like I thought, you know, I got the main points spoiled. Like, oh, there's not much left to watch, right? So when I actually started the show, there was so much more to watch than you could just get through, you know, scrolling on TikTok and stuff. But what I really liked about Better Call Saul is it wasn't just a Saul Goodman show. It was more of a Saul Goodman and Mike Ehrmantraut show. You know what I mean? Like there's 2 sides. Like sometimes, you know, half the episode would be Saul, half the episode would be Mike. The other one episode could be fully Saul, one episode could be fully Mike. You know what I mean? So it's like it was more of like a Mike and Saul and everyone else type show. You know what I mean? Like you get more depth on Gus and you know, other characters like that. You get introduced to characters that were like, you know, name dropped in Breaking Bad, being Nacho Vargo, jeez Louise, and Lalo Salamanca, bro. For me personally, the most unexpected and I feel like shouldn't have happened death was Howard Herman, bro. He went through all that stuff. And then literally 2 seconds later, Lalo comes in with a silent suppressed pistol, bro. Oh my gosh. But speaking of Lalo, bro, he was like the most evil character in the entire show. Gotta be top 10 villains of all time, honestly, bro. Like, bro was doing the most messed up stuff while cracking jokes at the same time, while being serious when he needs to be serious. You know what I mean? Literally just killed a dude in front of cameras, by the way. In front of cameras. Really like Lalo's character, Nacho. I felt really bad for. I feel like I felt bad for like every character. It's like everyone has like a sad backstory, even a sad ending. You know? I also feel like another undeserved death was Mike, because after hearing his backstory,
bro, my boy.
Bro. And I really like the new characters that they introduced. You know, Howard Hamlin, Charles McGill, Kim Wexler. Those are all great characters they introduced in Better Call Saul. I really like those characters. Breaking Bad overall, I honestly think I'm not gonna be able to experience anything more peak than that. Recipes Howard Hamlin, recipes, you know, Mike Ehrmantraut, you know, all the ones we lost. But yeah, that's about it. Peace.